Good morning, everyone. Dr. Dan Miller, top 5 from 250 years ago today. This is the week ending August 14th, 1775. You're on the 250 River with Dr. Dan. It's great to see you for episode 40. We're doing a little bit of a special edition today, not doing top 5. We're going to do top 3 only. I was all set to go fishing today. Got my hat, got my bobber, and all of that. Kind of on a bait fishing day today. Lo and behold, the place I get bait doesn't sell it anymore. Lo and behold, the next place I went to get bait, which normally has it, has this massive decaying matter that was supposed to pass for bait. So here I be, fishless, baitless, and looking forward to my time, though, with you on the 250 River with Dr. Dan. So, again, the week ending August 14th, 1775. Let's get into our top 3. Hang on one second. Number 3. His name is Henry Rooke. Henry Rooke is a British soldier. I don't know if he's an officer. Don't know if he's a private soldier. My guess is he's some kind of a lower ranking officer, a captain, a lieutenant, but I don't know that for sure. Henry Rooke is traveling on vacation. He doesn't call it that, but it's exactly what it is. And he's traveling across the continent of Europe. He's in France. He's been in what's now Germany. He's headed to Switzerland, and he's just having the time of his life. And he writes his brother George a letter, and he says in the letter that he's keeping up with the news. Gosh, does this sound so much like us? I'm on vacation, having a great time. I'm in Europe, keeping up with the news as I'm going along. Well, Henry says, looks like there's been a lot of bloodshed in America. Looks like I'll probably be going over there with my unit as a redcoat to fight for the king. And he says, looks like that the whole thing now is going to be decided by the sword, which is his word for war, decided by the sword. And if with that being the case, we just need to kind of go all in, full force, wielding the sword, and things will get resolved. Things will get taken care of. The rebellion will be put down. We'll be back to normal. But he does put a caveat on it: if foreign powers don't intervene. He doesn't say it by name, but he means the French, the Dutch, the Russians, the Spanish, whoever else. If they stay out of it, and we go full force with our sword, with our ability to make war, we'll win this thing, put the colonies back where they belong, and life will go on. That's what he says to his brother George as he's getting ready to leave France and head into Switzerland 250 years ago, the week ending August 14th. Number 2, get the right direction on my fancy dancy chart. Number 2 of our top 3, top 5, shaved to top 3. Number 2, George Washington is writing a letter of rejection. It's a very polite but clear no thank you, to a committee from the Provincial Congress of Massachusetts. That's the Rebellion Congress of Massachusetts itself, the colony. There's a committee there, or there's a group there that wants to get his approval, sponsorship, and involvement and leadership of a special military invasion of Nova Scotia. Washington says today, 250 years ago, ending August 14th, he says, no, thank you. Wonderful energy on your part, very creative ideas, but we can't do it because of the cause. Our cause is to protect and defend. Our cause is not to conquer and attack. That's very clear. This violates that on both of those principles. It doesn't protect and it doesn't defend. So we can't do it and we shouldn't do it. Parenthetically, he also adds that we need to keep all of our resources, gunpowder and all the rest, right here where we are outside of Boston, surrounding the Redcoats. He doesn't explain, and he can't explain in the letter, that we don't have enough gunpowder at all. He can't say that in the letter in case it gets captured by the enemy. So he's speaking in code. We have to keep all of our resources here. But first and foremost, really, in this rejection letter, is he's saying this isn't how we do our cause. So that's number two. And finally, number one, top of the bunch, first of the heap. Fred Hambright. Love that name. Fred Hambright and about 30 other guys are in west central North Carolina in Tryon County. And Fred and his buddies have written a thing that they call the Tryon County Association. That's the name of it. That's the name of what they've written, and it's the name they've given themselves all together, okay? And in that statement, Fred and his buddies say that because of the battles not that long ago at Lexington and Concord, because of the continued bloodshed, he doesn't say Bunker Hill, but that's what he's referring to, and because of what's obviously warfare and combat and armed violence, we've decided we need to take up arms. We are taking up arms. And so that's what's compelled us to do this. But what we're taking up arms for comes from 1 plus 3, our Constitution and the laws of God, nature, and nations. Those 1 plus 3 quartet, that 1 plus 3 quartet gives us our rights and liberties, lays them out. That's where we draw them from. So we've been compelled to pick up arms, but we're picking them up on behalf of the rights and liberties from our Constitution and the laws of God, nature, and nations. We pledge to risk our lives and fortunes. We declare our sacred ties to one another. And then they all sign their names at the bottom. Oh, and by the way, we're going to keep as prisoners those who refuse to sign. They're going to be held. That's the word. We will hold them. Well, they're going to imprison them, detain them, whatever, arrest them. So that's the last part of this association that's signed by the members of the association in Tryon County, which includes Fred Hambright. Occurs to me, there aren't any Fred Hambright songs in the musical Hamilton. There aren't any Fred Hambright documentaries that are coming up that Ken Burns makes. There aren't any Fred Hambright books or articles or images on various commercial products that we'll see for the 250 next year. But Fred Hambright is very, very important, and he belongs in the number one slot along with his neighbors and his buddies from Tryon County 250 years ago today. So Dan, what is the big idea? I think the big idea is the where and the how and the what of how big the idea is. And I'm trying to be cute, but I want to set up for you because this has never been done before. These three sources lined up together, examined and appreciated together. Before I do that, I want to remind you something. We're 20 months after the Boston Tea Party. They dumped the tea over the side in Boston Harbor. There's 3 other places that have tensions over the tea law and the Tea Act: Philadelphia, New York, and Charleston, South Carolina. We're 20 months after that. We are 12 months after the first gathering of delegates from 12 of the 13 colonies in Philadelphia to Congress together to figure out what to do in furthering the protest over what's happened. We are April, May, June. We're 4 months, 4 to 5 months after Lexington and Concord and Paul Revere. We're a little over 2 months after Bunker Hill. And here we are with our 3 things that we're putting together right now. Henry Rook, the professional redcoat soldier, thinks about this as a job site, essentially. His work. His work is to wield the sword. And it looks like he's going to have to go over there and be part of the sword wielding that ends this thing. He's got a big view, doesn't he? He's talking about, will allies get involved on the rebel side? That could complicate things, but if they don't, were we okay in crushing it? But it's a work thing. So that's Henry Rook. Go up a level. George Washington, he's not a professional soldier, he's a citizen soldier. He wanted to be a professional soldier earlier in his life. He would have done anything to have gotten a British officer's commission back in the 1750s. Tried it. Failed. But now he's a citizen soldier. He's volunteered to fight on behalf of the rebellion. He's volunteered to accept the post of the commanding general of the new Continental Army. So he's there voluntarily, a citizen soldier, leading the 12, 13, 14,000 guys surrounding the British in a semicircle outside of Boston. And for him, it's not work. For him, it's a cause. And remember, the cause protects and defends. That's what the cause does. So we've got Henry Rook with work. We've got George Washington with cause. We've got the professional soldier with work. We've got the citizen soldier with cause. And now what takes us all the way up, or all the way down, depending on how you think about this, up as an ideal or down as a bedrock principle, takes us to Fred Hambright and his buddies. They're not about the work. They're not even really about the cause. They're about something underneath holding up the cause. They're about the creation. They're about the creation. So we have a professional soldier with the work. We have a citizen soldier with the cause. We have a community and its members as the creation. I think all of those kind of link together. So my last remark to you is, you and me, and probably everybody, or almost everybody we know, we've always got that work perspective. But when was the last time you had the cause perspective? And when was the last time, God help us, did you have the creation perspective? I'm Dan Miller. This has been episode 40. You're on the 250 River with Dr. Dan. Thanks so much, and maybe I'll get to fish sometime soon. Bye-bye.